I don't count cannabis as a drug. I never did. To me, it's a therapeutic component. The stigma with cannabis is still present, even though, you know, it's legal in a lot of states, not every state. I sold a lot of weed, dude. I sold a lot of weed. I knew a guy, I'm not gonna say his name, we'll say his name's Joe. I knew Joe. This guy Joe was a cool dude. He sold a lot of weed. See, back in the day, I mean, this is like years ago, late 90s, early 2000s, man. This is when cannabis was not even close to legal, and this was when we didn't have any strain names, nothing like that. We had 3 different kinds of weed. Those 3 categories of weed were kind bud, mid-grades, and dirt weed. This source that I had at this time had mid-grade cannabis, and this weed was really good. At the time, it was really good. I mean, if you compare it to the kind bud today, obviously it's not gonna stand up, but back in the day, at the time of this story, this was good weed. It was called mid-grades, and people sought this weed. I started off small. He used to give me ounces. I would break off the ounces, try to sell 8 apes, or maybe just smoke for free, this and that. But then it ended up kind of getting bigger, man. You know what I'm saying? I ended up making a little bit more money, and I basically, I seen an opportunity. I seen that I could do very little and make very much. Basically, I realized that all I had to do was be a middleman. I realized that if I can find 4 or 5 people that will buy an ounce or a pound or a quarter pound off me every week, all I gotta do is get it, break it up, and make $1,000+ extra dollars a week. It was like clockwork, man. I had already 3 people lined up. I knew a couple guys, and I had a couple guys that I trusted to spot. So I had 4 or 5 people that I paid cash up front, buy QP off me, or a half pound, or, you know, I did ounces, 2 ounces, stuff like that. And then I had a few guys where I would spot a QP, and they would come back and pay me later. So, like I said, man, it started off like nickel and diming, and then it kind of got bigger and bigger and bigger. Pot dealing just kind of runs in my family. My brother is a big pot dealer too, or was, and I guess that's kind of like where I learned it from. Joe ended up moving. He went to a different state and he started a new life. So I lost Joe. I had to find another person, and this person wasn't like a childhood friend. He wasn't in my suburban neighborhood. Like, this guy was in the city, so I had to travel all the way up north. He was cool peoples, man. Cool peoples, you know what I'm saying? Spanish guy. I loved him. He liked me, and we had a good connection. It was before weed was legal. In California, they just legalized it for medicinal use. He knew a guy in California on a farm. His buddy grew it, and he would go there once a month to California, and he would pick out whatever strains he wanted. Like, I want this, or whatever kinds he wanted. Strains were just starting to come out at this time. And, you know, he would say, I want this, I want this, I want this. And then he would package it all up and then mail it back. That's how I ended up doing it. So I would go up there, and then, you know, after a few months of, you know, this person, you know, getting to know me, and we started to establish trust, and he had suggested that maybe I can take a trip with him. You know, I can go down there, and then I can, you know, he'll show me, you know, how he does everything, and how, you know, he'll introduce me, and I can pick out my own strains and this and that. It kind of escalated, man. Like usual, like for me, things always escalate. I always had like that hustler's mentality, and you know, that kind of is funny that I say that, because that's what led me to where I am now. I still have the hustler's mentality. I just don't use it for negative things. Now I hustle in a positive way. I hustle in a legal way. I hustle on YouTube. Whatever I do, I try to give 150%. I am dedicated to figuring out how to beat YouTube with this cannabis restrictions. I mean, it's legal. There's a blanket for the whole country for Delta 8 and THCA products to be legal. They shouldn't even be age restricting cannabis like that, especially if you're teaching people. I understand if you're lighting up big fat blunts in front of the camera all day, I get it. But dude, I do straight educational content and still get age restricted. I don't fucking get it, man. Back to the story, bro. You know, things escalated, man, as they always do. So what happened was, it came to a head like this. My buddy was giving me like half on consignment, and then the other half, you know, I would give him cash. And at this time, I was getting like 5, 7, 10 pounds a week, because I had a really good flow, man. Like I said, dude, I dealt with like 4 or 5 people. That's it. I had a couple people that I would give a pound to, a quarter pound, a half pound, and literally, dude, by the end of the week, whoever paid me in cash would pay me, and then whoever I would have to collect from, the people I spotted, I would just collect. You know, like these people, I trusted them, man. There was a flow for the weed. So nobody was ever short. Everything always worked out, except for this one time.